Hey there, Snap Nation. Michael Vaught back at you here with another MyZone video. Today's topic is going to be how do you leverage MyZone through the roadmap assessment, and then also how do you work with it as far as the heart rate recovery and also the roadmap assessment. So let's start with the heart rate recovery test first, because that's going to lead into how do you use MyZone and discuss the importance for the actual prospect or member. So when you go through the roadmap assessment, when you transition to the floor, the very first thing that you're going to do is the cardio assessment or test. And that is going to be the 1-minute heart rate recovery test. So how that works is that you're going to get them on the treadmill. And once again, you got to be right where the MyZone TV is at. So you're going to go ahead and get their actual resting heart rate first, and that's that ambient resting heart rate. So if you remember from one of the educational videos, we talked about that is when someone is just walking around in everyday movement, okay? So get that ambient resting heart rate first, get them onto the tread. Now let's use someone who's a little bit deconditioned as in a scenario, okay? You're going to get them up into a walk, like a 3.0, 3.2 for a minute. Then once they hit that minute, you're going to go ahead and increase that speed until they say it's a brisk walk, okay? Now, here's what's going to start to happen. After that minute, you're going to start to raise that incline once they get into that brisk walk. They cannot hold on. Now, this is how you're going to leverage MyZone as far as when you discuss the actual zones. Now, this is really important, right? So, because in the gray, you got to let them know as they're walking, and in that warm-up, they're in the gray, right? That is that active, or what we call an active resting heart rate, right? They're moving around. Then they're gonna start to get up in the blue. And as you're leveraging MyZone, trainers specifically, you need to be able to articulate that in the blue zone, your body is starting to burn fat as a fuel source, okay? And which is gonna be very important to almost 80% of people's goals, which is losing weight, okay? As the heart rate starts to go up and up and up, you're actually going to explain each zone. Green, right? That's your target heart rate zone. That's where the body's burning fat the most efficiently. Getting up into the yellow, right? Caution. We are now going to start to burn a higher amount of sugar, not as much fat. Once those sugar storages go away, we start to burn muscle, which probably a lot of them don't want to do. And then obviously up in the red, we're going to explain that really short tank, right? If you remember that one video, burn it off within 2 to 3 minutes as far as your sugar, and then we're just cranking muscle, okay? So you got to walk them through that while they're going through the heart rate recovery test. Once they hit that 85% of their max though, right, I step them off to the side and let that heart rate recover for a full minute. So at 85%, I score that heart rate. Let's say it was 160. They step off to the side. That heart drops for a full minute. Let's say hit 130. That difference in yield is 30 beats. They would score good. So that's how you leverage and actually talk about MyZone while their heart rates are traveling up in the 1-minute recovery, and then also how you can conduct that heart rate recovery leveraging MyZone. I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, reach out to us and we are more than happy to assist. Take care, Snap Nation.